Hi guys, it's Michelle McCosh and we're live at 5. Let me find us on Facebook. Okay, here we are. Hey Leslie. Anybody else out there? Rubber band, okay. Let's keep those there. I tried to clean, didn't work. Hey Michelle, hi Jill. Hi Andrea. Okay, I sent out the invites just a few minutes ago for the Zoom tomorrow night. I haven't been outside, Leslie, I'll be honest. It is supposed to be nasty here. It says 86 degrees on my computer, which is not that hot. Normally it's in like the mid-90s and nasty, but I don't think it's that bad today. Hi, Jen. Oh, you got it. That was good, Jill. Hey, Teresa. So I have spent the last 24 hours arguing with people, and I am proud of myself for not using the F word. So last night, my mom ordered her first thing on Amazon and was trying to find out where it was, and she got scammed and into paying supposedly $1 to ask Amazon where her package was. Turned out to be $55. So I called the company last night, arguing with them, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I had her call her bank this morning. I'm not sure they're going to reverse charge, give her the money back. At least it was only $55. But I made her cancel her debit card and get a new one so they can't charge it again. And I had to write a letter to the state attorney's office telling them, you know, this is not right for what they're doing. And then last night at 10 o'clock, I get a message from the online store, that Shopify is what I use for my store, to say they don't like my Disney things that, you know, I bought from Spellbinders and I'm reselling. So they're not going to give me any of my money until the situation is resolved. I took down all those products, I've hidden them, even though I am allowed to sell them, obviously, because I buy them wholesale. And I had to send them proof of that. It's going to take them 4 or 5 days to sort it out. So in the meantime, if you buy anything on my store and you have the option to use PayPal as your checkout method, I would appreciate that, because I'm not going to get any money from anything I've sold until they sort it out. And they're not quick, and you can't talk to a human. So, having said that, I did put some new stuff up online. There is a new scrapbook package from 3/4 Designs that went up earlier today. It's a butterfly one, very, very pretty. I've put the 3 new Arden dies that are coming in Monday. Those are up. And there's also a new planner die that we have coming from Studio Light that is under just in as well. Let's see. And then tomorrow I will have this kit come up. So here's the kit. Hi, Mary. This is going to be what we'll do. You'll get a video talking about measurements and, you know, how to lay it out. You'll get the craft cardstock, you'll get the actual cardstock, and you'll get all these die cuts. And I'll show you exactly. So this is the kit that you'll do. So you get all these little die cuts. You won't get the white paper because that's really for photos, but you'll get all these little die cuts. We will send you the die cut page for memories. We will send you the die cut piece for the pocket. You get these pieces that you put photos on. We will die cut the butterfly for you for this page. We will die cut this tag pocket. I know some of you bought the die to do it, but we'll cut the pieces for you as well. This is also a pocket behind here for photos. I just put some of the die cuts in. And then we will what we won't give you is this die cut. But this is a 3 pocket on the back. That I use this die because I think a lot of you have this die to cut here, or you could use a scrapbook punch or any kind of punch you have if you want to add the decorative feature. But you'll get all the pieces. Oops. I just shoved these in here because I wasn't sure what I was going to do, so they're not glued. You'll get all the pieces to do all of this stuff. And you'll have left over on the die cut side, you'll have these pieces left over that you can use to make more pages if you want. You'll have some frames that you could actually use on some of those pieces I tucked into pockets. You'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 frames. You'll have some little critters, some flowers, and a few words that you can use, and you can add more pages in there. So that kit, hi Lisa, hey Mitzi. So that kit will go up online around noonish tomorrow if you're interested. I only have does the cover, we have these for sale. We've got tons of these, Doris, so you can add it in. I think it will be less money if I don't include the cover. And what you'll need on your own from ECD is just a page die, right? So you'll cut your pages yourself out of the craft, and then you'll cut the 12 by 12. There'll be a list of exactly what's in the kit on the listing tomorrow. Like I said, we'll die cut this pocket. You get these 2 cards. You can use leftover frames if you want to put those, oops, on the back of the cards for photos, or on the front. You can do that too. I didn't, but you definitely can. But no, we have plenty of these journals in stock, so if you want to add one in, you can. I'll try and remember to put a link in the listing when I write it tomorrow. But there'll be a video, there'll be photographs of the pages as well. So, okay, that's that kit, and I use this die if you want to get that. You can use any punch that you have. Okay, so let me put that aside. Let me put it aside over here. And let's go to this that we did yesterday. Hi, Michelle. So what I did was I just glued that piece in there, and then I was trying to think, am I going to use a piece of acetate for the cover to go behind there, or am I going to use a piece of vellum? And I think I'm going to use vellum. So it's kind of a secret what's in there, but you can see as well. So I'm going to cut that down and glue that in. And then I'm lucky because I actually have some very vintage onion skin paper in my stash. So, hi Maria. So I thought I would make my pages from the onion skin paper. So I also thought, because we're going to have time, let me just move the stuff out of the way. You like the vellum? Yeah, I thought the vellum was kind of fun because it's a little secretive. You can still see it. You'll still see the color from the die that we did yesterday on here. I'm just going to cut it maybe that size. Let's see, do I have a trimmer here? Let's do that. Hey Magda. So yeah, that kit will go online, and it'll be available tomorrow. And it will take us a few days because we have to cut the pieces like the butterfly and everything else. So let's just make it a little shorter here. And I think that'll be fine. So let me just move that and save it and glue it down. Hey Cindy. So I'm just going to use a very thin bead of glue. I could actually use eyelets to put this down. I'm just going to use a thin bead of glue though. Hopefully I'm not going to have to argue with anybody tonight. I'm tired of it. Okay. Yeah, so I think that is kind of cool. And I could put a word or something here, which I might do. I'll do the pages later, but I'm going to use the my vintage onion skin paper because I think that's kind of cool. I was lucky. There was a printer going out of business. Oh, I can't do anything straight. It looks straight, trick of the camera, but it isn't. And then I'm going to sew that in there, and I think that'll be kind of nice. Let's see, what kind of, I could put a word or something here, which I think would be kind of fun. And then I thought I would use this pad again, and let's make a card with Numberama, it's called. And Doris, I mailed your stuff out today. So I think the mailman just picked it up. Let's find mine. There you go, all safe. And let's go in the book again. Those were my leftovers from yesterday. It's very hard to pick a side. I like this one because it's nice and light. Right about here, so I could cut a piece here. Or maybe here. Yeah, let me do that. I'm going to cut that piece out of that. And then I'm going to cut a piece out of cardstock because I think that we can make it rusty looking with the paint that we're using as our backer. Let me find some scissors. Oh, I gotta cut that out too. Yeah, no, I didn't. Yeah, it didn't. It was. It grabbed everything. Let's see. That's, yeah, this is going to be inside. This over here. Here, I'm going to be a little bit more careful cutting, so that I don't lose. Okay, be right back. I'm just going to run to the die cut machine. All right, so there's my 2 pieces of paper. I'm just going to move the paper pad out of the way for a second. Oh, we're going to go in there and cut some embellishments though. Okay, so let's make this grungy like we did yesterday, and then we have this bit that goes, you know, on top as our layer. So, but I want to make that rusty looking, so we'll go with the 3 paints that we used yesterday, which was French Roast, which is coming back in stock, Smoked Paprika, maybe a bit of Butternut, and Sargasso. Move the brushes out of the way. I found my peanut glow pad. Let's move that over here, and I know where my brayers are. And then, oh, yeah, next week, maybe Friday, depending on my time, I will be putting a bunch of older ECD dies on sale. We'll be clearancing them out. I need the wall space for some other stuff that's coming in. So, you might find something that you didn't think you wanted. So, because I don't need to go, you know, all around the inside, because it's just going to be the border that peeks out, we only need to color the border. Could have poked all the bits out first, but I didn't. I'll do that later. Okay, let's just come in actually a little bit more just in case. Yes, Maria, some of the older ECD stuff, like the flowers and, you know, like the original art journal before David took over the line. We have a very, very large wall in our store with ECD. But because our studio light is growing and our Ciao Bella, I need to get some space. I don't have, if anybody's looking for the telephone kit, we don't have that one, but I do have some of the previous kits. Okay. So that's that. Let's add a little bit of butternut. Hi Joanne, how you doing? I was just showing an ECD kit we're going to do. And these really, really pretty paper pads. I don't know if you saw them on Monday. No, just some of the older stuff, Michelle, that I need space on the wall. We'll be continuing to add ECD. We don't sell a lot of the flower stuff though. Right, and they're always bringing out a new one, so. Oh, Michelle, good, your package came. Michelle, were you on here earlier that you saw? Yeah, I think you were. The kit. So now let's add a little bit of this in. Let me dry it first, actually. It would clean up easier if I did it while the paint was dry. But it's not difficult to clean the mat up. I just use hand sanitizer for the paint because look, I mean, I'm using my heat tool and I'm drying the paint on there. If you wipe it up when it's wet, it's a lot easier. I put the white mat down because of the glare from the lights, and I thought it would make it easier. It's certainly easier to clean up. Oops, that was a bit much. Certainly easier to clean up on the glass mat because I just use a blade and pull the paint right up. If I was less of a slob, it would be easier, though, while it was still wet. Just more here, and I went too blobby there, so let me get rid of some of that. Let's add a bit more orange in there, and we'll come back with a bit of brown. It is, Maria, it's a Sizzix mat. So Michelle, not so sure if you saw the, the 3/4 Designs butterfly scrapbook kit up online, and the other planner die from Studio Light, because they appeared behind. I tried a new thing with uploading inventory to see if it would be better for me, so they appeared behind the new food animal garden. Yes, Joanne, I think I sent you a package earlier this week. I'll check on the status of that because I mailed it out maybe Friday. We should have got a shipping number. Okay, let's see what that looks like with this. I do need to poke all the bits out though. I think that's nice and grungy. I think that's very nice and grungy. Yeah, I had it the right way. Okay, let's poke those bits out. Let me find my A tool. No. I tried uploading a spreadsheet to see if it would help load inventory quicker, but it was more painful. So I probably won't do it again. So let's see. And there's new Own Create coming next week. We got a few things coming. Okay. Let me ink the edges of this now. Pretty on that side too, isn't it? Oh, good, Pat, you got the, okay, you got a package coming. Let's see. Just going to check the orientation one more time that I had it right. I don't think it really matters actually. We'll glue it this way. How's that for a straight line? All right, I like that. Oh, which design is releasing? Paper Artsy themselves are releasing next week, I believe. Yeah, next week. Paper Artsy themselves and Allison. Allison's doing again. So I will be offering another free class with a bundle for her. A little bit of a departure from what she's done before, which makes it interesting. Okay, let's grab some embellishments from this book. Let's see what we have. I think they were all at the front, right? Well, there's some words in the back. just take some pages out so we can look at it better. Yeah, I'm hoping I don't get stuck with another tariff. So I have 3 shipments coming from them. Let's cut this out. Okay, got that page. I'm just going to put that here. Ooh, I like this side too. I just dropped it on the floor. Actually, you know what I should do is sit and cut all these pieces out. I like that piece too. Tickets. All right, let's get something from this one. Maybe the books are easy to cut. Okay. And these pieces can be used in this book too. When I put, okay, let's grab this one to start. Cut that out properly in a second. Let's add something with a bit of blue, so we'll grab this one. I'm gonna grab the stack of books. Ooh, I do like the feather though. Let's get the feather as well. Yeah, the stencils and stamps, Michelle, you will be in trouble. Okay, this would be less painful for you. Yeah, you should get this book then. There's a lot in here. That one's called Mix Pastime. Hey, Susan. Susan, there was something I was going to tell you, and I forget what it was. It was going to be yesterday if I saw you online, but I didn't, so I have no idea what it was. So maybe I'll remember tomorrow. But I just realized we're almost out of time. So I'm going to cut this off screen because there's no point in you watching me cut. And I'll get it ready. We'll work on that card and the little booklet tomorrow. I'll cut my pages and sew them in. Well, maybe I'll sew them in with you guys tomorrow so you can see how I sew them in. But I'll at least get them cut down. And that kit will go online around noonish tomorrow. There's new stuff online, and if you're able to use PayPal if you want to buy anything, that would be appreciated because I'm not going to get any money till Shopify realizes that it is perfectly legal for me to sell Disney goods. So, I mean, I've taken all those things down off the website, but it takes them days to figure it out, so they're not as quick as me. Okay, guys. Yeah, it's in the shop. If you want to just in, search for Ciao Bella. You can see all the ones we have, and if you want to see them all flipped open, watch Mondays live on YouTube. If you go to Michelle McCosh on YouTube, you can watch Monday, and I open all of them. But if you look for Ciao Bella, and it's spelled C-I-A-O space Bella, B-E-L-L-A, you can see all the books that we have with clocks and everything else. So, okay guys, thanks for watching me, appreciate it. I'm going to see who else I can yell at tonight, but I'll cut all this out and we'll be back tomorrow to show it. All right, have a good night. Bye.